The Bourne Legacy, 2012, expands the universe established by the Jason Bourne series without the central character of Jason Bourne. Instead, it focuses on Aaron Cross, a genetically enhanced operative from Operation Outcome, a program similar to Treadstone, which created Bourne. It is the fourth installment in the Bourne film series but introduces a new protagonist, Aaron Cross, played by Jeremy Renner. The movie takes place concurrently with the events of the Bourne Ultimatum and delves into the broader implications of the Treadstone and Blackbriar programs. The Bourne Legacy 2012, action, mystery, and thriller recaps. Let's cut to the chase. Aaron Cross, Jeremy Renner, is a member of Operation Outcome, a U.S. Defense Department Black Ops program that enhances the physical and mental abilities of field operatives through pills referred to as shums. Cross is deployed to Alaska for a training assignment, where he must survive certain activities and traverse rugged terrain to arrive at a remote cabin. The cabin is operated by an exiled Outcome operative, Number 3, who, upon arrival, informs Cross that he broke the previous mission record by 2 days. Meanwhile, the Blackbriar and Treadstone programs are publicly exposed, leading the FBI and the U.S. Senate Select Committee on Intelligence to investigate the director of the Central Intelligence Agency Ezra Kramer, Deputy Director Pamela Landy, Blackbriar Supervisor Noah Vosen, and Treadstone clinical researcher Dr. Albert Hirsch. Kramer requests help from Eric Byer, a retired U.S. Air Force colonel responsible for overseeing the CIA's clandestine operations. The Byer discovers a potentially damaging video on the internet in which the lead researchers for Treadstone and Outcome appear together at professional functions in public. To prevent the Treadstone investigation from finding and revealing Outcome's top-secret scientific advances, Byer decides to end Outcome and kill its agents. He sees this sacrifice as acceptable because the government has already separately initiated next-generation beta programs, including the Super Soldier program LARCs. Byer deploys an unmanned drone to Alaska to destroy Number 3's cabin and kill both him and Cross. Cross hears the drone's approach and leaves the cabin moments before a missile destroys it with Number 3 inside. Cross continues to be tracked and escapes the immediate area to higher ground. As the drone is entering its second attack run, he quickly tapes a Mylar thermal blanket and metal bowl to his thigh, causing the signal used to track and target him to be lost. He subsequently fires on the drone with his sniper rifle, causing it to crash. Realizing that his superiors have ordered his assassination, Cross removes a tracking device implanted in his thigh and force feeds it to a member of a wolf pack hunting him. A second drone soon kills the wolf, and Byer assumes that Cross has been killed. Byer engineers the death of other Outcome assets through poisoned yellow shums. To erase the Treadstone Outcome link, Hirsch dies of an apparent heart attack before he can testify before the U.S. Senate. Byer also tries to eliminate Outcome's private research lab by chemically brainwashing scientist Dr. Donald Foyd into committing a murder-suicide. The only survivor is geneticist Dr. Marta Shearing. Cross has to take pills at regular intervals and his cache of pills is lost in the drone attack. He treks his way back to the only place he can source his pills from, the lab that gave them to him in the first place. When an expert team of CIA assassins attacks Shearing at her house, she is rescued by Cross, who convinces her to help him. He saw press coverage about her survival of the murder-suicide at the lab and sees her as his last link to get the shum so he can maintain his enhanced self and alleviate his chem withdrawal. Shearing reveals that without his knowledge, Cross has already been genetically modified to retain the physical benefits conferred by the green shums without continuous consumption, a process called viraling off, but still requires regular consumption of the blue shums, which improves intelligence. Cross and Shearing travel to Manila, Philippines, where the shums are manufactured, to help him viral off of the blue shums. The shums are essentially viral manifestations, and viraling off is the process in which the stem virus is directly planted in the body to induce genetic mutation to make the viral effects permanent. While en route, Cross confides in Shearing that he is Kenneth J. Kitson, a U.S. Army private first class reportedly killed by a roadside bomb during the Iraq War. He admits that he had below average intelligence that the shums enhanced, and fears the loss of his enhanced intellect. Byer tracks Cross and Shearing to Manila but is too late. In Manila, Cross and Shearing bluff their way into the factory that produces the pills, locate the live virus stems from which the pills are made, and initiate the viral off process for the blue shums. The Byer contacts the factory's security staff, but Cross and Shearing manage to escape. Byer orders LARCs 03, as Louis Ozawa Changshin, a chemically brainwashed super soldier, to kill them. They take shelter in a flophouse, where Shearing helps Cross recover from the flu-like symptoms of viral off. During the night, he hallucinates about his initiation into Outcome, under Byer's supervision. Later, presumably the following morning, police surround the flophouse while Shearing is away buying medicine. She screams out a warning to Cross, who escapes and rescues Shearing from pursuing police officers. Cross and Shearing steal a motorcycle, Pursued by both the police and LAGACY. After a lengthy chase through the streets and marketplaces of Manila, the police lose them and LAGACY fatally crashes into a warehouse pillar. Shearing and Cross slide off their damaged motorcycle and are rescued by a Filipino boatman. They pay him a gold Rolex watch, which Cross stole earlier from the chem factory's supervisor, to take them out of the country. The movie ends with them on a boat among many islands. The end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.